Hello, welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Mr. Brody and Miss Mags are fighting over the co-host seat once again. Still have not gotten a new co-host seat. Don't worry, guys. I'll give you guys extra wages for this game. You guys can both co-host, okay? Having a stare down here. You stand tough there, Mr. Brody. Stand tough against Mags there. You were there first. Alright. So tonight we're going to do another game for the 1905 season from the featuring the New York Giants, and after getting done a 5-game series with the Brooklyn Superbas in New York, the Giants' home field, we're going to be going to the Brooklyn Superbas' home field. Well, kind of. The Washington Park was their actual home field in 1905, but that is not. There are no really good pictures of that, so we have to go with the Brooklyn Dodgers Stadium, which didn't open up until 1913, which is the Ebbets Field. So we're going with Ebbets Field for the Brooklyn Dodgers. So, all right. So as you can see, Christy Mathewson is on the hill for the New York Giants. And interesting here, I don't think I noticed this before. It actually gives the ERA of the opposing pitcher here, as well as the lineup rating, I guess, versus lefties, and lineup rating versus righties. So that's kind of cool. I know in hockey they do that with the rating systems, but I think that's what it is they give an overall rating versus that pitch versus either a lefty or a righty, which is kind of cool. And then the range, which is I guess the defensive position. That's probably about right, as the defensive for the Brooklyn Dodgers overall, for the New York Giants overall, is not that great. So that's kind of cool. I never really noticed that before. So that's kind of cool. So, alright, so let's get this game underway.
Pitching for Brooklyn, Oscar Jones. Leading off for New York, center fielder, Mike Donnelly.
So, alright, so welcome to Washington Park, where the New York Giants will take on Brooklyn Superbas. Christy Mathewson will start for the New York. He made 9 starts on the year and is 5-3 with an ERA of 1.82. His second start against Brooklyn, he's 1-0 with a 2.70 ERA against Brooklyn, so Brooklyn's hit him a little bit harder than the rest of the league has. He'll be opposed by Oscar Jones for Brooklyn. He's made 6 starts on the year and is 1-5 with an ERA of 8.49. Wow, he's having a rough year. So it'll be his third start against the Giants. He's 0-2 with a 9.18 ERA against the Giants. Wow, so he's not fared well against us, or anybody else for that matter. So it's 65 degrees. Wind speed is 14 miles per hour out to left center field. So we'll be right back as this is a new stadium, so we're going to get the stadium ready. Alrighty, I think that'll work. Try that out. Dobbs may be a little too far out there in center field, but let's try that out. So for the Brooklyn Superbas, it's going to be Jones on the mound. Oscar Jones. Oscar Jones comes in with a, just like I said, 1-5 record with an 8.49 ERA. 46 innings pitched. He's allowed 75 hits, 2 homers, 21 walks, and 12 strikeouts. And opponents are hitting a whopping .350 off of him. So the lineup for the New York Giants is as follows: Mike Donnelly, the center fielder, bats first. George Brown, the right fielder, bats second. Bresnahan back in the lineup after a day off yesterday. Will bat third. Me behind the plate. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, Dan McGann. Left fielder Sam Mertes bats fifth. Art Devlin, the third baseman, bats sixth. Bill Dowling, the shortstop, will bat seventh. Billy Gilbert is your second baseman, batting eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, the Christian gentleman, Christy Mathewson. So Mike Donnelly steps to the plate. Comes in hitting .361 with 2 homers and 20 runs batted in. He scored 38 runs, stolen 9 bases, on base percentage of .419 with 8 doubles and 5 triples. So the defense behind Jones is going to be Sheckard in left, Dobbs in center, and Lumley in right. Sheckard and Lumley both above average range. And Lumley with the best arm of the three in right field. Dobbs with slightly below average range and a slightly below average arm. The infield left to right is going to be Batch, Lewis, Millay, and Gessler. Pretty average infield all around, with Batch being the best range out of 6 out of 10. Lewis and Millay below average range at 4, and along with Gessler too. Behind the plate, Ritter is average range with an average throwing arm, and Jones on the mound is well below average range. So that's your defense behind Jones, and it's probably a part of the reason why his record is the way it is because of his defensive ineptitude, especially by the infield there. So Jones looks in for the sign from Ritter. Here's the windup in the pitch. And that's going to be through for a base hit. It looks good so far. Oh! What happened there? So Lumley juggles the ball, and Donlin sees that and advances to second. So alert base running for Donlin. And they're going to give an error to Lumley after the juggle there. So it'll be a runner in scoring position with 1 down. George Brown up now. Brown comes in hitting .308 with 2 homers and 29 runs batted in. He scored 27 runs, has 5 stolen bases, and has 2 doubles and 7 triples. RBI opportunity here for Brown. And that's going to be a ball 1. A little inside, 2-0. And that's going to be a base hit down the line. It's going to go into the corner. Sheckard's up with it. Donlin comes around the score easily. And Brown's going to be at third with an RBI triple. So just like that, the Giants are on the board first. Move. Miss the roadie and Miss Mags up here. There we go. I should say Miss Mags right now. So Roger Bresnahan steps up to the plate, hitting .374 with 18 runs batted in. It's 31 runs scored, on base percentage of an even .500, with 7 doubles and 2 triples. So hitting well below his .302 season average. See if he can get an RBI here and knock in Brown. That's going to be ball 1 low. And it'll be hit down the right field line. Just foul. And he's going to pop for this one up behind the plate. Ritter gives chase, but it'll be out of bounds. I mean, out of play. Playing too much football lately. So 1-2 count on Bresnahan. We have an early score here. National League score. The Chicago Cubs and Cincinnati Reds are scoreless in the first. Keep an eye on that one as we're currently just behind Chicago, I believe in second place. And that's going to be a line in a third. Batch makes the catch for out number 1. Another score here. I'm not sure if that's American League or National League, but Philadelphia and Boston are scoreless in the second. So let's see if McGann can knock in Brown here. McGann comes in hitting .309 with 2 homers and 41 runs batted in. He scored 21 runs, has 8 stolen bases, .426 on base percentage with 6 doubles and 5 triples. Ball 1. And that's going to be hit up the middle. As second baseman, Millay is unable to get to it, so Brown will come in to score, and McGann has himself an RBI single. So 2-0 lead. So it's going to bring up Sam Mertes. Mertes comes in hitting .258 with 2 homers and 23 runs batted in. He scored 27 runs, has 11 stolen bases. I believe that leads the team. .346 average. On base percentage. He did actually have 52 stolen bases on the season, and has 6 doubles and 4 triples. So McGann being held on by Gessler. Here's the pitch to Mertes, and that's going to be a ball inside. 1-0. And that's going to be a line into the third. Batch makes the catch. And there's 2 gone in the New York first. It brings the third baseman Art Devlin up to the plate. Devlin comes in hitting .245, which is right near his average of .246 for the season. Yet without a home run, he only hit 2 on the actual season. 22 runs batted in, 20 runs scored, 8 stolen bases, and 2 doubles and 4 triples. Again, getting a little better lead here this time at first. Still not going anywhere. And that's going to be high for ball 1. 2-0 the count. Count goes to 3-0 now. And he'll walk on 4 pitches.
Shortstop.
So McGann moves in the scoring position. And that'll bring up Bill Dallin, the shortstop. Dallin comes in hitting .237 with 2 homers and 27 runs batted in. Has scored 24 runs, has 9 stolen bases, 3 doubles and 4 triples. And that's a strike. Swing and a miss. Quickly in the hole, 0-2. And it's going to be a ball just low, so 1-2. And he gets plunked.
Second baseman.
So Jones had him in the hole, 1-2, and he hits him. So that'll load the bases for the second baseman Billy Gilbert, hitting just .225 on the season with 12 runs batted in, 12 runs scored, a stolen base, and 4 doubles. So let's see if Gilbert can increase the Giant lead here. And that's going to be at the knees, strike 1. 1-1 the count. And that's going to be popped up. Shortstop calls for it and makes the catch. The Giants score
for Brooklyn, left fielder Jimmy Sheckard.
The Giants score 2, and after 1/2, it's the Giants 2 and the Superbas nothing coming up. So let's go through the lineup for the for the hometown Brooklyn Superbas. Jimmy Sheckard, who had a long hitting streak earlier in the season. I believe got up to like around 10 to 15 games at least. Might even be even longer than that. But he's hitting .377 on the season with 13 runs batted in. Still looking for his first home run. 31 runs scored, 8 stolen bases. On base percentage .472 with 8 doubles and 5 triples. You definitely want to try to keep him off the base paths. So defense for the New York Giants is standard. Not much range in the outfield. And arm strength pretty low, especially Mertes in left. Devlin and Dallin are strong in the left side of the infield, with Gilbert and McGann pretty average. Bresnahan behind the plate above average range with average arm, and Mathewson on the hill below average range. So Mathewson comes in with a 5-3 record and 1.82 earned run average. 79 innings pitched, 61 hits allowed, only 1 homer, 9 walks, and 28 strikeouts. And opponents are hitting just .206 against him. So Sheckard steps into the box. Mathewson looks in the sign from Bresnahan. He's the wind up in the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left. Mertes will make the catch for out number 1. So it's going to bring up Doc Gessler. And we did not go through the lineup, so let's do that. So Sheckard bats first, lays left field. Doc Gessler, the first baseman, bats second. Lumley, the right fielder, will bat third. Dobbs, center fielder, bats fourth. And the first 4 hitters are lefties. And then the 5th batter is a switch hitter, and the last 4 are righties. So an interesting lineup there as they bunched all their same-handedness together. So Millay, the second baseman, bats 5th. Batch, third baseman, bats 6th. Lewis, the shortstop, bats 7th. Ritter behind the plate bats 8th, and Jones on the mound bats 9th. So Doc Kessler up now, hitting .272 in the season with a homer and 14 runs batted in. Has scored 18 runs, stolen 7 bases, and has 5 doubles. So that's going to be a fly ball to right. Brown goes back and makes the catch on the warning track.
Lumley.
Harry Lumley up now with 2 down and nobody on base. Lumley hitting .249 on the season with 7 home runs already. Hit 7 for the entire season in 505 at-bats, and only 152 at-bats has already hit that 7, so he's on a pace to shatter that. Those are kind of Babe Ruth numbers there. 29 runs batted in, 20 runs scored, 6 stolen bases, on base percentage .414, with 6 doubles and 3 triples. Here's the pitch to Lumley, and it's going to be a great play by Dowling as he...
Mathewson.
I don't know what he did with that one, but he made a great catch on that one. And that's going to retire the Brooklyn Dodgers in the Brooklyn Superbas in the first. So after 1 full, it's Giants 2-0. Giants come in with a record of 28-13. The Superbas 17-25. In the middle of a long series. I think this might be like a 4-game series. So they're going to be playing the Superbas for 9 straight games. So it's going to be a long series here. So Mathewson up to the plate now. Mathewson, a decent hitter, hit .236 on the actual season. Struggling a bit so far, hitting just .138 in 29 at-bats with 4 hits. 2 runs batted in, 4 runs scored. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. He gives this one a ride. Dobbs is there and makes the catch. So 1 down in the Giants' second. Brings up Donlin. Singleton came around the score his first time up. Advanced to second on the error by Lumley. So Jones looks in for the sign from Ritter. Nods his head. Here's the windup in the pitch. This is a fly ball to center, not quite as deep. Dobbs there to make that catch too. So 2 up and 2 down in the Giants' second. Going to bring up George Brown, who's 1 for 1. And that'll fall in for a base hit. So Brown has his second hit of the day. As Lumley throws it back in. And ooh, catches numbly napping on that one. It looks like he's going to have himself a hustle double there. Perhaps Brown saw what Lumley did when Donlin was up the first time and decided to chance it, see if he would be able to get there, and he did. So runner in scoring position now with 2 down for Bresnahan. See what Bresnahan can do here. 0 for 1 on the day. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And that's going to be a fly ball to Lumley. Has it sized up and makes the catch.
Dobbs.
So after 1.5, still 2-0 Giants. Center fielder John Dobbs up now. He comes in hitting .280 with a homer and 18 runs batted in. 16 runs scored, 5 stolen bases, and 7 doubles and 2 triples. There's a pitch by Mathewson, gets past him. Dowling with the play, over to McGann.
Charlie Millay.
And we have 1 down in the second. Charlie Millay up now. Millay comes in hitting .269 with 11 runs batted in, 15 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, 2 doubles and a triple. And that's a little dribble to Dowling, makes the play, over to first, and retires Millay. Emil Batch up now. Batch comes in hitting .203 with a homer and 19 runs batted in, has scored 16 runs, has 4 doubles and 2 triples. And that's another dribble to Dowling. Oh, this time he cannot handle it. So that's going to be an error on Dowling. This Batch reaches. going to hold them close here. Batch is back safely. So it's going to bring up Phil Lewis, the shortstop. 291, hit it with a homer, 19 runs batted in. Has scored 12 runs. Has 5 stolen bases with 2 doubles and a triple. And that's going to be a base hit. And Batch will motor his way to third. So that's going to put the runners at the corners. 2 down. Going to bring up the catcher, Ritter. Ritter, 221 hitter on the season with a homer and 9 runs batted in. Has scored 10 runs. 2 stolen bases. With 3 doubles and 2 triples. So see if Mathewson can get out of here without any damage and protect that 2-0 lead. And it's a strike. Swing on the miss. And it's going to be a ball low and inside, 1-1. And that's going to be a fly ball down the left field line, but Sheckard gives chase, but that'll be out of... Did he make the catch? He did! So Sam Mertes makes a great catch in foul territory in the corner. And Mathewson is out of the inning. Wow. Didn't even see that as I was out of camera range here. Into the corner behind Miss Maggs. Did you see that one, Miss Maggs, in the corner? Miss Maggs said she saw that one. So Boston leads Philadelphia 1-0 in the fourth. And again, not sure if that's American League or National League. So McGann steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1 on the day. It's pitched by Jones. And that's going to be a fly ball to center. Dobbs makes the catch of the line drive for out number 1. And that was in a National League score that Boston won. So it was the Phillies and the Beaneaters. And this is the Pilgrims and the Senators here. They're scoreless in the fourth. So Sam Mertes comes to the plate with 1 down. Mertes 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base hit. He's going to try to stretch the 2, and he will make it. So Sam Mertes with a 1-out double. As the Philadelphia Athletics lead the New York Highlanders 3-0. So Art Devlin up to the plate now. I believe Devlin was hit by a pitch his first time up. And it's going to be a ball. 2-0 the count. Count goes to 3-0. Going to have him take one here. And he walked on 4 straight pitches. It's the second walk of the day given up by Jones. So that brings up Bill Dowling. One and 1 count. 2-1 the count. Count goes to 3-1. And popping up behind the plate. Looks like Ritter's going to have a play at this one, but no, it's going to be just into the crowd. So full count. And he'll walk. So that was a close call there, but Dowling gets the benefit of the call there. So it's going to load the bases with 1 down. Load the bases with 1 down. And I think we're going to be right back. I'm going to place the third baseman behind. Oh, and they're playing in, so I'm going to leave them like that. They're playing in now. Down by 2. They don't want to get behind any further. For the light hitting Gilbert. Gilbert's 0 for 1 on the day. And Gilbert lines it to center. That'll drop in for a base hit. 79% chance. We're going to go for it here. And no. Throw comes into the plate. And Devlin will be safe as he lowers his shoulder. Ritter's tag is late. And it's going to be a 2-run single for Billy Gilbert. And that's going to increase the lead to 4-0 now. So it's going to be at Mathewson still with only one out here. Chance to help his own cause. Mathewson 0 for 1 in the day. Strike 1 in the outside corner. Strike 2 called. So quickly in the hole, 0 and 2. And he strikes out on 3 pitches. So Don up now, 1 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. And this should do it as he pops it up to the second baseman.
Pitcher, Oscar Jones.
Yep. So that'll do it for the Brooklyn in this third, but they do score 2 more and lead it 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. Pitcher Jones will lead it off. 217 hitter on the season with 5 hits and 23 trips, 23 at-bats. 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. And that's going to be a liner. It's going to drop in there. So Jones is going to have himself a base hit. Brings up top of the order Sheckard as McGann holds him on. Sheckard 0 for 1. It's going to be a cutout and miss. 0-1 the count. Fly ball to right. Brown goes back and makes the catch. Nice running catch by Brown for out number 1. Doc Gessler up now. He's 0 for 1 in the day. And Devlin makes the catch of the line drive for out number 2. Brings up Harry Lumley. Lumley 0 for 1. And it's going to be a ball. 1-1 the count. 2-1 goes the count. 3-1. Matthews getting a little wild here. And there's a strike. So full count now. So Jones will be off on the pitch. Then it's going to be a balk, they're going to call it. So that'll move the runner up. Lumley doesn't get the ball. I guess you can't walk with the balk. Still a full count. Let's get aggressive here. And he gets aggressive, and that'll fall in there. And that's going to, balk is going to prove costly. As Jones comes in with the first Superbas run. So Lumley with an RBI single. Gets the Superbas on the board. Dobbs up now 0 for 1. Ball 1. Fouled off by the play. 1-1. 2-1 the count. Madison getting a little wild here. 3-1. And that's going to be a dribble. Oh, it's going to go through the hole past Dahlin. And we're going to... yeah, we're going to throw to third. We're going to gamble here a little bit. Throw comes in the third. And he beats it easily. Dobbs holds at first, so it's going to be runners at the corners with 2 down. Brings up Mollet, 0 for 1. Strike 1. 1-1. 2-1 the count. And that's going to be a ground ball to Gilbert. Up with it over to McGann. So the Superbas only score 1 run there. Could have definitely caused a lot more damage, but Mathewson limited the damage there, allowing only 1 run. So after 3 full, it's 4-1 New York. So Brown comes up to the plate first in the top of the 4th. He's 2 for 2 on the day. This is gives this one a ride to left, and this one's going to go way off the wall. So he's going to Brown's going to have himself a wall ball double to lead off the 4th. So that'll bring up Bresnahan. Bresnahan hitless on the day. Not often he goes hitless, and this is a dribbler to second. Over to first. As Brown moves in over to third. On the fielder's choice. So McGann up now 1 for 2. Strike 1. And that's a dribbler. And oh, the pitcher Jones cannot handle it. And the run will come home. Brown will come score. So it'll be an unearned run there on the error by Jones. So no RBI from McGann. So I wouldn't think it would be an RBI. Yeah, they're still going to give him an RBI. He may change that later on. So Sam Murte is up now. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Again, being held on by Gessler. Ball 1. In there. In the inside corner, 1-1. And that's going to be a dribbler. 2nd for 1, back to first. Oh, no, they decided not to go with the return throw. As Malay had an issue with getting it out of his glove. So Mertes reaches on the fielder's choice, now 2 down. Devlin up now. Strike 1. 1-1 the count. 2-1. And that's going to be hit past the shortstop into left field. Mertes will motor his way around the third, so it'll be runners at the corners with 2 down. And the Philadelphia Athletics lead the New York Highlanders 6-0 in the 5th. American League action. So that brings up Bill Dowland. I believe he's walked twice, or he's either walked and hit by a pitch. He's reached base twice. So 2-0 the count. And Chicago Cubs lead the Cincinnati Reds 2-1 in the 5th. And that's going to be a base hit off the wall. 1 run comes in. 2 runs come in. And Dowlands is going to have himself an 2-run double. So that's going to make it 3 runs in this inning, and a 7-1 Giant lead. As Jones is getting hit hard here, as he has all season. See how long they decide to stick with him today. Just double check here, make sure that we are playing the New York Giants, and the computer is playing Brooklyn. So Gilbert up now, 1 for 2 on the day. Pops one up behind the plate. This looks like Ritter might have a chance at this one, but it's just out of his reach into the stands. And that's going to be hit past the shortstop. And that will be by Lewis. Lewis unable to get to that one. So his poor range is showing up mightily here. And Gilbert's going to have himself an RBI single. So 8-1 lead now. So Mathewson up now, 0 for 2. Strike 1. 1-1 count. And he gives this one a ride to center. Dobbs is there and makes the catch. But the Giants double their lead now. Well, double their runs. Now 8-1. As we head to the bottom of the 4th. So Matheson with a comfortable lead here. He'll face Batch, Lewis, and Ritter. And that's going to be a fly ball to right. Brown gives chase and makes a great catch in the corner against the wall. So great catch by Brown there. For out number 1. So Lewis up now. 1 for 1. And he's going to give this one a ride. Brown. Oh, Brown makes another great catch up against the wall. So Brown with 2 sensational catches here in the 4th inning. Those definitely would have been extra bases. So Ritter up now with 2 down and the bases empty thanks to Brown. 0 for 1. And it's gonna stay up. So Donlin makes the catch. So the Superbas go in order in the 4th. So after 4 full, it's 8-1 New York. Top of the order, Donlin will lead off. He's 1 for 3. Pops it up. And Lewis makes the catch for out number 1. Brown having a great day. It's 3 for 3. He comes up to the plate. Hits a dribbler to Lewis. And throws it over to Gessler for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the Giant 5th. Brings up Bresnahan. He's hitless on the day. And he'll remain hitless as he flies out to Sheckard in left field for out number 3. So halfway through, it's New York by 7. Cleveland Naps lead the St. Louis Browns by a score of 4-1 in the 5th. So Jones up to the plate now, 1 for 1. And it's going to go... Oh my goodness! Sam Mertes makes a great leaping catch. Looks like it was in foul territory up against the wall. So the Giants, not in the outfield, not known for their defense, have made 3 great catches, 2 by Brown and now this one by Mertes. This one was especially difficult play, as he dived in a great diving catch into the corner. So 1 down in the Superbas 5th. Brings up Sheckard, who's 0 for 2. Dribbler to Gilbert. Picks it up. Throws it over to McGann for out number 2. So 2 quick outs in the Brooklyn 5th. Brings up Gessler, 0 for 2 on the day. And that one's going to drop in there in front of Brown. So 2-out single for Gessler, his first hit of the day. Brings up Lumley, 1 for 2. And he gives this one a ride. Donlin going back, and makes the catch on the warning track. Great catches by the New York outfield in this game. Now hold the Superbus show, just 1 run. So ahead to the 6th with an 8-1 New York lead. So McGann will come up first. He's on for 2. Keep that 1 for 3 as he's going to fly out to Lumley, who barely has to move for out number 1. So Jones over to the 100 pitch mark at 101 as he faces Mertes here with 1 out in the 6th. And this is a long drive, but Lumley makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Devlin up now, 1 for 1. They scored 2 runs. Gives this one a ride into the corner and makes the catch. So some leather being displayed by the outfielders today from both teams. As Sheckard makes a great running catch on that one. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th with the Superbus down by 7. Dobbs will lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Fly ball to right. Brown has it for out number 1. So the Cubs lead the Reds 3-1 in the 6th. The layup now, 0 for 2. He gives a little dribbler. McGann has it. Flips over to Mathewson covering for out number 2. So Mathewson up to 77 pitches now with 2 outs in the 6th. So that'll bring up Bresnahan. Batch, he's 0 for 2. This is a dribbler to Dowling. Fields it cleanly. Over to McGann. And that's it for the Superbus in the 6th. Dowling, Gilbert, and Mathewson up against Jones here in the 7th. And he'll draw a leadoff walk. We're going to try some of our base running here as Gilbert comes to the plate now. He's got 3 RBIs already today. 2 for 3 on the day. Dialing off with the pitch. And he's going to be in there with a stolen base. Number 10 on the season. So Dowling in scoring position now with nobody out. And it's going to be breaking ball just low, 1-1 the count. Inside on the black. Strike 2, 1-2. Count evens at 2. Foul ball on the third base line. So 2-2 count. And counter run full, 3-2 now. Just foul. So Cleveland leads St. Louis 5-1 in the 6th. And that's going to be a dribbler. Shortstop has it. Lewis over to first. So Dallin will go over to third on the fielder's choice. So it brings up Mathewson as the Reds have closed the gap a little bit. Now a 3-2 Cubs lead in the 6th. So Mathewson with the RBI opportunity here. 0 for 3 on the day. Ball 1. 2-0 count. And at the knee, strike 1, 2-1. Count evens at 2. And that's going to be a line into Lewis. Makes the catch to retire Mathewson. So the Philadelphia Athletics have increased the lead over the Highlanders, 7-2 in the 7th. As Mike Donlin steps to the plate, 1 for 4. Ball 1. And this one pops it up. And first baseman gives chase, but it's into the stands. Out. Ball 1. 1-1 count. This is a long fly ball into the corner. Man, that goes out of the range there as Sheckard makes a great catch again. And the Giants are gone in the 7th. So 7th inning stretch time here at Washington Park. As the fans celebrate. Not sure if they did 7th inning stretch back in 1905 or what year actually that came out. If anybody knows, leave it in the comment section as to when the 7th inning stretch became a thing. So, alright, so home half of the 7th here. It'll be Lewis Ritter in the pitcher spot. Jones up to 132 pitches, so I'm guessing they'll probably pinch hit for him, but you never know. So Lewis 1 for 2. And that's going to be a base hit. So Lewis has himself another base hit. Ritter comes to the plate, 0 for 2. Ball 1. And that's hit to the middle. Oh, Mathewson makes a great stab. Throws over to first. As Lewis moves into scoring position. But a great stab by Mathewson to get the out. And we have a final as the Beaneaters defeat the Phillies 3-0. So Jones is going to hit for himself here, 1 for 2. And it's going to be swing and a miss, strike 1. And that's going to be hit to left. Dallin Mertes is there to make the catch for out number 2. Sheckard 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the day. 2-0 count. In there, swing and a miss, 2-1. And he gives this one a ride. Donlin makes a catch just shy of the track for out number 3. So we head to the 8th with the Giants enjoying a 8-1 lead. Brown comes to the plate now. He's got 3 hits on the day, 3 for 4. Also made some great catches out in right field. Having an all-around great day, and he strikes out this time. So Bresnahan, 0 for 4, looking for his first hit. See if Bresnahan can avoid the 0 for on the day. No, he gets plunked, so technically he hasn't avoided it yet. That's most likely his last at bat of the day, unless the Superbas rally, or the Giants have another big inning. So McGann up now, 1 for 4. Bresnahan being held on by Gessler. That's going to be a dribble in front of the plate. Oh, it's going to be a poor play. A poor play by Lewis. And they're going to score it. Generous scoring there. As they're going to call that one a base hit. It was kind of slow developing play there, so. And again, this does have a little bit of speed, so. First and second with 1 down now for Sam Mertes, 1 for 4. As the pitch, as Ritter goes out and has a conference, and it's going to be, wow, not too much avail there, as this time Lewis makes a poor play on it. So we'll see if Bresnahan is going to try to score here. And oh, what the heck. We're going to try it. We got a big lead here. And I'm going to send McGann also the third. So even if we do get the out here, we'll at least score a run, or vice versa, or I mean, at least get the run in the third. But let's see. Throw is going to come home. And he's going to be out. Runners move up. So Bresnahan gunned down at the plate. So 2 down now. Runners on second and third. Devlin 1 for 2 on the day. Ball 1. 1-1. Catches the inside corner. And it's going to be 2-1 the count. As the Philadelphia A's lead the Giants 7-2 in the 7th. So Jones up to 143 pitches, still on the mound. Unbelievable. And 3-1 to count. So the White Sox lead the Tigers 6-1 in the 5th. And it's a foul ball down the third baseline. And that's going to be a walk for Devlin. So that's going to load the bases for Dowling. Pops one up behind the plate. Ritter gives chase, but this one will be back out of play. So 0-1 count. And that's a liner just fouled down the first baseline. And that's a liner just fouled down the... No, just out of the reach of Sheckard. Sheckard gave a valiant effort on that one. So the Naps lead the Browns now 8-1 in the 6th. So Dowling in the hole 0-2. And it's going to be up and in for ball 1. 2-2 count. Count is full, so the runners will be off on the pitch. And he'll draw the walk. Another run will come home. So Jones has been wild all day. That's his 6th walk. Brings up Gilly Burl, second baseman. He's got 3 runs batted in, 2 for 4 on the day. As Jones is still out there, unbelievably. And again, just to double check, the computer is managing the Brooklyn Superbas. So. And that's going to be a wild pitch there. Yeah, wild pitch by Jones. I'm surprised that his arm must be almost ready to fall off now. As 2 more runs came in this inning, now it's a 10-1 Giant lead. Gilbert up net, still up there. So 1-1 count. A 1-2. And he gets him. It's kind of a mock cheer by the crowd. So went ahead to the bottom of the 8th. So Bresnahan may get another at-bat after that inning. So Mathewson back out on the hill, up to 91 pitches through 7. Gessler 1 for 3 up first. And that's going to be a base hit. Martes throws it back into Dowling for a leadoff single for Gessler. Brings up Lumley 1 for 3. And low and away ball 1. And this one should be playable for Gilbert. And he'll make the catch. So 1 down. So Dobbs up now 1 for 3. Just inside ball 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. And this one will be hit out to, looks like Donlin's going to take charge. And Donlin makes a great catch up against the wall. Throws it back in to Gilbert. So 2 down now in the 8th. Brings up Millay 0 for 3. And I think Bresnahan is going to have a shot at this one. Nope, as it drifted on him. Out of play. And this one's going to go back in the stands as Dowling gives chase. And this one's going to be a long ride, but Donlin is there to make the catch in the warning track. At the warning track. So nothing doing for the Superbas in the 8th, and it's a 10-1 giant lead as we head to the 9th. Mathewson leads it off. He's 0 for 4. We're going to leave him in there. And Mathewson gives this one a ride. Dobbs is there to make the catch for out number 1. So either Donlin or Brown is going to have to get on to give Bresnahan another chance. So Donlin 1 for 5 on the day. And there we go. There's a base hit for Donlin. And we're not going to send Donlin. We want Bresnahan to have another chance. So Brown up now. Brown 3 for 5 on the day. Ball 1. And it's going to be a fly ball to center. Deep, deep, deep. But Dobbs is there. No. Throw comes in the second.
For Brooklyn, Jack Dosher.
And finally they take him out. I don't know what they were waiting for there as Jack Dosher comes in. He's got a 1-2 record with a 5.23 run average. He's pitched 10 innings, allowing 11 hits, with 6 walks and 6 strikeouts. Opponents hitting .262 against him. So Bresnahan with a chance here. Perhaps that's what Bresnahan needed, was a different pitcher in there. So hitless on the day. See what he can do here. It's going to be ball 1, almost in the dirt. 2-0 count. 3-0 count. And Bresnahan will walk, so he will not get the hit, but he'll reach. So runners on first and second as the as the Cubs increase their lead over the Reds 7-2 now in the 8th. So McGann up now. He's 2 for 5. And it's going to be a ball low and outside. 1-1 the count. 1-2. And he strikes him out. So it says Mathewson is strong. I don't like it when they say that. I don't always believe what the computer says there. But we're going to try to, with a 9-run lead, we're going to try to have them get through this inning and get a complete game. So it'll be Batch, Lewis, and Ritter. Batch 0 for 3 on the day. And that'll be a dribbler to Dowling, up with it over to McGann for out number 1. So Lewis now, he's got 2 hits on the day, 2 for 3. And yep, Babb is going to come in to pinch hit. So Charlie Babb, switch hitting pinch hitter. He's hitting just 122 in the season, 6 hits and 49 at bats. Has a double and 4 runs batted in, has scored 8 runs. And that's going to be a dribble over to Devlin, up with it, over to McGann. So 2 quick outs in the Superbas 9th, and they're down to their last out here. With Ritter up now, 0 for 3. And this should do it. Dribbling to McGann. He'll take it himself. And that'll do it as the New York Giants easily beat the Brooklyn Superbas by a score of 10-1. So nice easy victory there.
The final score from Washington Park, New York 10, Brooklyn 1. Christy Mathewson is the winner. He is now 6-3. Oscar Jones picks up the loss. He is now 1-6 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 10 minutes.
So that was pretty much a game that was, you could have almost predicted that. If I were to think of a score, I would think that we would probably handily beat the Brooklyn Superbas in this one just by the pitching matchup, and we did. Let's take a look at the pitching here. Look at the line. So, Christy Mathewson improves to 6-3, lowers his ERA to 1.74, pitches a complete game, allowing 7 hits, 1 run, which was earned, and no walks and no strikeouts. So, they definitely put the ball in play, but could not get much done. So, Jones gets the loss. He's 1-6 now. His ERA... Actually, I don't think his ERA didn't go up by that much. 8.13. 13 hits allowed. 10 runs. And only 6 of them were earned, as they committed 2 errors. 6 walks, so he was pretty wild. 3 strikeouts. 162 pitches on the day. Ouch. So for the New York Giants, Donlin 2 for 6 with a run scored. Brown was 3 for 6 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Bresnahan hitless on the day, 0 for 4, did walk once. Dan McGann 2 for 6 with a run scored and an RBI. Sam Mertes 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored. Art Devlin 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and 3 walks. Bill Dowland 1 for 1 with 3 runs batted in and a run scored, and has also walked 3 times. Billy Gilbert, the second baseman, is 2 for 5 with 3 runs scored. And Christy Mathewson hitless on the day, 0 for 5. So Sheckard in left field, 0 for 4 for the Superbas. Gessler 2 for 4. Lumley with the lone RBI, 1 for 4. Dobbs 1 for 4. Malay 0 for 4. Batch 0 for 4. Lewis 2 for 3. Babb came on the pinch hit, was 0 for 1. Ritter, the catcher, was 0 for 4. And Jones scored the only run. The pitcher, 1 for 3 with a run scored. Maybe that's why they left him in. No. So, player of the game, definitely got to give it to Christy Mathewson. Pitches a complete game with only 7 hits allowed and 1 run. So that is it. Let's check out the other things here. So we get batting, which is already got pitching. Miscellaneous here. So the errors were by Dowling, his 7th. Jones, the pitcher, his 2nd, and Lumley, his 5th. Let's see here. Anything else noteworthy on this? Brown with his 8th triple. Also had 2 doubles. So Brown with 8 with a triple and 2 doubles. So Dowling got his 10th stolen base. That was the only stolen base. Let's see here. Dowling is also hit by a pitch. So Brown has 30 RBIs now. Dowling 3 RBIs for 30. Gilbert 3 RBIs on the day to make it 15. And McGann his 42nd RBI, which I believe leads the team. And Lumley with an RBI, his 30th. Wow, great plays. Dowling, the 16th great play of the season. Poor play, Lewis with 2 of them for his 11 poor plays now. So, Giants left 12 on base. Wow, they could have really blown it up even more than that. Brooklyn with 7. Game-winning RBIs by Brown. MVP, Christy Mathewson, definitely. So, I'll give the score sheet here for those of you who like to look at that. Clinton Parks likes to look at the score sheet there. There it is. So let's look at the score sheet for Brooklyn. There it is. So here's the recap. Peruse that at your leisure. Play by play. And there it is. So let's take a look at the standings now after the game. So the New York Giants are in 2nd place, 3 games behind the White Sox, who won today. So they don't get any ground on them. And I think we lost the guys. Philadelphia, I think, did they lose today or did they win? Let's see here. Let's see here. So it looks like the Philadelphia... Oh, that's not the right. May 1st. Hold on there. We already in June? Yes, I think we are. So how could that be unplayed? That wasn't the... So we just played Brooklyn, so that can't be the right schedule. I don't know where we are. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at the team reports. Yeah, there we go. That will tell us better here. So, oh, here we go. Okay, so the New York Giants. Yeah, I guess we just finished our... Oh, it was, yeah, at Brooklyn. Okay, there we go. So we are headed to June now. So let's check out the Philadelphia Phillies. And the Phillies lost. Okay, so we did gain a game on the Phillies. I think we were tied with them. So now we're a game ahead of the Phillies. Second place all by our lonesomes and 3 games behind the Cubs. So both Chicago teams still in first place. And it would be the Giants in their National League and the Athletics, Philadelphia Athletics in the American League. So they're right up there. But so far, early on, both Chicago teams in first place. So thank you for joining us. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. 1905 season replay featuring the New York Giants. Later on in the year when Ty Cobb starts playing, we'll play some games from his career. Feature some of those. Dead ball baseball action, PC baseball. So take care and God bless. Bye-bye now.